What's up, everybody? So check this out. I'm going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to start dabbling in copper work. Coppersmith? Jewelry? Copper making? Coppersmithing. I'm not making copper. Come on, let's get in it. So just to give you a brief overview of what I'm trying to accomplish is I had some leftover copper from another project and I don't want it to go to waste. And so just to try to utilize every little scrap that I have, right? I'm trying to do something a little bit different. Get out of my comfort zone, work with some metal, but you know, doo-doo. No, well, I'm trying to doo-doo some metal. I'm trying to go from doo-doo to brand new. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right, baby. So check this out. I got this piece of copper, I pounded it flat, right? So we want to go from some scrap to a flat piece, and then take that flat piece and give it some texture, right? So this is pretty nice. Just from touching it, right? I got dirty oils and stuff all over my fingers as that is shown thusly on this textured piece. All right, but it looks pretty cool. It's nice and cupped. All right, so going from trash to something nicer, and then you buff it out, right? You buff it out, you get that nice contrast and texture. All right, so let's get to it. Let me show you my process. And let me emphasize by saying that this is my process, right? I've done a little bit of research on the interweb, looked at some jewelry stuff, saw some of the tools that they were using, and I'm just going to try to adapt that to what I have available to me, right? You know that I like to do this cheap, trying to make this accessible to anybody, right? As long as you got a little bit of tools and a little bit of motivation, right? You can, boom, make something. Make a necklace, you know what I mean? Drill a hole in this and then make a necklace for your kid or something, I don't know. But anyways, let's jump in it. So all I'm doing is I'm just going around. I got a half-inch tube. I'm just working myself around. Boom. So there you go. See, a little bit of tube there. No big deal. Cut off yourself a piece, or cut yourself off a piece. So you just take yourself some of these snips. You're gonna have to work back and forth. If you follow my stuff, you know how I'm always trying to ball on a budget. So the cheapest route is the one I'm going to try to do, but I'm going to try to make it the most effective. There we go. When you just kind of bend it out. It's a half-inch pipe, but if I cut it to where it's going to be like a little less than an inch in length, that way whenever I go, now that I got it opened up, I'm just going to cut it in half. So this one I cut a little bit short, but boom! I have a little station right here. This is just a piece of cold rolled steel. So I got this guy here. I got it staged and ready to go. I've also got the needle nose pliers because I don't want to get anywhere close to that flame. It's very hot. So as any jewelry smith will tell you, as you go through the process, I use this heavy mallet, and by mallet I mean this sledgehammer, because as you go through the process, right, you're going to start pounding this out, and the metal grains are going to start to stretch like noodles, where they want to be soft and cuddly like a pillow. So the reason I have the propane tank there is because I don't want my pipe to shear. I don't really think that I would get to that point because that's just my opinion, but anybody else could probably tell you differently. I want to relieve some of that stress in my precious metal. So that is what the propane tank is for. I don't go nuts with it. I'm not trying to get it red hot. All I want to do is like, and then I turn off the heat and I just let the heat die down. It's literally that fast. It's like 2 seconds per side. This is very thin metal, so I'm not trying to go nuts. I've pounded out a piece. It's very flat, it's very round, it's very nice. I have this piece of maple. I just did some, I just used my Forstner bits, and I just kind of haphazardly made this little divot here. It gets the job done for what it's worth. Again, I'm just trying to use scrap wood, so you gotta make do with what you got. You gotta figure that out. Cheapest way is my idea. I use that little divot and I pound out this guy like so. Like basically what I have is one of these carriage bolts. I have a carriage bolt in my vice grip, and this is just a bolt that I don't really care about. It's pretty well worn anyway, so I don't really care. And all I do is I go through, try to move it around, pound it out till I get pretty good, you know, pretty good shape. It's like I said, I don't have a lot of work and skill and knowledge with jewelry making, copper, silver, whatever, you know, that kind of stuff. What I do have a lot of interest in is cooking. Whenever you go to tenderize meat, you don't just smack the meat flat, right, with your mallet. What you got to do is you got to kind of smack it and pull, smack and pull, smack and pull. That's what I'm trying to do with the metal. It's a weird analogy, but that's what I do. That's what I know. So that's the way that I'm going to try to relate it to you guys. We're going here. We're going from flattening it on the little anvil with the heavy mallet, and I just let it fall. I'm not trying to beat the devil out of it, you know what I'm saying? Move over to the cup, and then as I move on, all I did was I took a bigger ball peen, stuck it right here in my vise. So going back, if you look at this piece right here, right, in terms of size, it's not really uniform. So I want to try to fix that, and whenever I go through with this piece right here, I'm just trying to like smack it down like this. So as I go through, I'm rotating the metal, and you can see the deflection too, or the impact, the moment of impact. It's just like tenderizing meat, right? You don't smack the meat, you gotta pull as you thrust. Smack and thrust. And as you do it for a little bit, you're gonna start to see where your work needs more work. So like I can already tell right here that I'm making a lot of impact on this part right here. But the other side, obviously because I didn't work it, is a lot flatter. It doesn't have that round edge. It needs a little bit more, needs more pounding, and that's what we're gonna work on. So once I get that relative shape, then I come back with the ball peen side of the baby, and then I just try to... So then once I get it to this point, I got the nice turtle shell look. Take it here, and I'm just trying to clean it up. We got a little bit brighter. It looks pretty cool, not too shabby. This is just a blower from an over-the-range microwave. And I, go figure, repurposed it into my grinding station. It could be like a Bond villain. So that's the process, that's how we did it. We went from funky piece of copper pipe to a flat round disc, to a cupped round disc, pounded it down, turtle shell, buffed it. There you go. Like, subscribe, hit me up. You got questions, you got comments, I'm gonna do my best to get back at you. See you next time. Peace.